Hello students, how are you? Now I'm Sunil Ekar. Welcome to e-learning program. Today we are going to learn 8th standard geography, third lesson humidity and clouds. Okay. Now first of all, I would like to show the activity. Okay. Now here we can see figure point 3, 3.2, figure 3.43, sorry. Okay, now what is in it? First of all, I would like to tell you uh, it is a group activity. Okay, what we have to do? First of all, we have to take a tray, a big tray, which is deeper in the center. Okay, now you can see this. Take a piece of sponge. A sponge is there, you know it very well. On the flat part of the tray, make holes with the help of nails. Okay, now in the tray there is the holes are there. Okay, we have to make the holes. We have to make the holes with the help of nails. Keep the sponge on the center of the tray or colander. Okay, now you can see there the center of the tray. You have to take the sponges there. Make sure there is no water in the sponge. It is completely dry is there. Okay, no water is in the sponge is there. Pour water on the sponge with a big spoon. Note how many spoons of water have been poured. Okay, just you have to count it. How many spoons you have to pour water on the sponge is there. Keep pouring water with the spoon till the sponge becomes wet with water. Till you have to pour the water till it becomes wet with the water. Note what happens if you keep pouring water even after that. Now study the following questions and answers. Now here below the figure 3.3 you can see there the some questions are there. Okay, now you can see these questions are there. First of all, what happened to the water which was poured initially? What happened? The water which was poured initially was absorbed in the sponge. First of all, first 2 3 spoons of water they absorb. Okay, the sponge absorbed this water. Second question in your mind is that when you were pouring water on sponge, what did you expect? When we were pouring water on the sponge, we expected that water will trickle out from the sponge. Okay, then third question is there, what happened when you poured more water on the sponge? When we poured more water the sponge, water trickle out from the sponge is there. Okay, now here the last figure is there, 3.3 is 3.4 is there, by mistake it is become it is written 3.5 is there. Okay, now what happened when you pour more water on the sponge? What happened when we pour more water on the sponge? What the water trickled out from the sponge is there. And then last conclusion, what conclusion can you draw from this experiment or the activity? After certain limit, the water holding capacity of sponge gets ended and it becomes saturated. Now you can see in the last figure there is the water is saturated. When the limit of water holding capacity of sponge gets ended, then automatically the water becomes saturated. Okay, now this is the first activity just we saw here. Now second point is there, the weather conditions are there. What weather conditions? First of all, in the introductory we have seen there, we keep talking about the weather conditions. We can identify the weather conditions through the conversation above. We experience the dampness or dryness in the air throughout the year. The changes occurring in the weather condition in desert areas, coastal areas, and mountain areas is evident from this figure. Just we have seen the first figure is there in the introductory. The weather condition, different weather condition prevail at different places. Just I told you. Okay, the different weather condition prevail in different seasons at the same places there. Okay, now uh, the first point is there. We will see this. The evaporation is there. Okay, now what is evaporation? You can see this here. Evaporation is there. Okay, the process of converting water into steam or water vapor is called evaporation. Got it? The process of converting water into steam or water vapor is called evaporation. And it because of the sun's heat. Got it? And the second point is that the factor lies dryness. The factor like dryness is there of the air, temperature and speed of wind affects the evaporation. Okay, which things are affected? First of all, the first factor is the dryness of air, then temperature and the speed of wind affected the evaporation is there. Okay, got it? Now next point is humidity in the air. Now the proportion of water vapor in the air is called humidity. Okay, do you understand? What do you mean by humidity in the air? Okay, the proportion of water vapor in the air is called humidity. The proportion of water vapor determines the dryness or dampness of air. Got it? Now the next point is the moisture holding capacity. Okay, now see here, the moisture holding capacity is the next point is there. The capacity of the air to hold water vapor is called moisture holding capacity of the air. Got it? The capacity of the air to hold water vapor is called moisture holding capacity of the air. Warmer air's moisture holding capacity is comparatively more. Warmer air's moisture holding capacity is comparatively more. On the other hand, cold air's moisture holding capacity is comparatively low. It means moisture holding capacity is more in the warmer and low in the cold air is there. Got it? The condition of the air at the certain temperature in which the moisture holding capacity of the air becomes equal to proportion of moisture present in it is called saturation of the air. The saturation of the air leads to precipitation or snowfall. Okay, now there are two types of the humidity is there. That is absolute humidity and relative humidity is there. First, we will see the absolute humidity is there. What is absolute humidity and how it functions is there. Okay, the amount of absolute humidity. Okay, the amount of water vapor in 1 cubic meter of air is called the absolute humidity. Do you understand? What do you mean by absolute humidity? The amount of water vapor in 1 cubic meter of air is called the absolute humidity. Generally, humidity of the air is measured in grams per cubic meter, in which measurement is there. The humidity especially calculate or measured in the grams per cubic meter. Absolute humidity is higher in the coastal areas and the equatorial regions, especially coastal area is there. Okay, humidity you can see there. On the other hand, absolute humidity is lower in the island areas and the polar regions. Got it? There is two difference are there. Okay, absolute humidity is higher in the coastal region or equatorial region is there, and absolute humidity is lower in the inland areas or the polar region is there. The distribution of land and water on the earth and the season affect absolute humidity is there. Okay, do you understand? Now next is there, the second is relative humidity is there. Second type, relative humidity. What do you mean by relative humidity is there? Okay, the amount of water vapor present in air expressed as a percentage of amount needed for saturation at the same temperature is called relative humidity. Now here is the formula is given how to calculate the relative humidity is there. The change in the temperature of the air leads to change in moisture holding capacity of the air. This in turn leads to change in the relative humidity of the air. Especially relative humidity is found to be comparatively high in the morning and night. Especially relative humidity you can find where when especially in the morning and the night. It is found to be comparatively low in the afternoon, morning, and at night. Comparatively high you can find the relative humidity, but comparatively low in the afternoon. Relative humidity is found to be more in coastal areas and it is found to be less in desert areas. Okay, both are the opposite areas are there. Coastal area and desert areas there. Relative humidity you can find to be more in the coastal area and less found in desert areas there. Got it? Now you can see these activities given here. Okay, of the relative humidity is there. First of all, you have to take the pressure cooker, water in the pressure cooker. Take off the whistles of the pressure cooker. Now heat the cooker. Take a lid with handle. After the water start boiling, hold the lid at the distance from where the steam is coming out. Now you can see here. Observe what happens. You must have observed that water changed into water vapor after it was heated. Okay, now the vapor turns into water droplets when it touches the cooler lid. We can see the water droplets deposited on the lid. Another activity is given here. You can see here. What is the activity is there? First of all, you have to take the glass with a flat bottom. Okay. Then put some ice cubes in it. Keep the glass in the room for 2-3 minutes. What did you see? You can see there the droplets of water on the outer surface of the glass. Okay. Do you understand? Now, the next point is there, the condensation and sublimation. Condensation and sublimation, the next point is there. The process of changing water vapor in the air into water is called condensation. It is also called densification. Okay. Now the title is there. Okay. What is the process of changing water vapor in the air into water is called condensation and also called the densification. The process of changing water vapor in the air into snow is called sublimation. Do you understand the difference between two condensation? What is condensation and what is sublimation? The process of changing water vapor in the air into water is called condensation, and the process of changing water vapor in the air into snow is called sublimation. Due to fall in temperature, the relative humidity of the air increases. This in turn leads to condensation or sublimation. Condensation of vapor in the open air occurs around the dust or salt particles in the air. Especially dew, frost, and fog are the forms of condensation at ground level. Okay, understand? Dew. At early in the morning and at night, you can see the dew is there. The frost and fog, you can also see the at early in the morning and the night is there. The dew and fog and frost are there. These are the forms of condensation at the ground level, and the clouds are a form of condensation at higher altitude. Okay, now do you understand till here? The next point is there the clouds and the types of clouds. Okay, now what do you mean by clouds? A visible mass of fine particles of ice and water accumulated around the dust particles in the air at high altitude is called cloud. Got it? Do you understand? A mass fine particles of ice and water accumulated around the dust particle in the air at the high altitude is called clouds. Cloud causes rainfalls or snowfalls on the earth. Okay. Now you can see here the what is the mean by cloud and what types of clouds are there. Okay. The proportion of water vapor in the air near the surface of earth is more, therefore clouds of larger size are seen at the lower altitude. Proportion of water vapor in the air at higher altitude is less, therefore clouds of smaller size are seen at the higher altitude. According to international classification, clouds are classified into the following types. Okay, now here are the three types of clouds are there: high clouds, medium clouds, and low clouds. It has their sub types are there. We will see in the chart is there. Okay, now we will see the types of clouds. Types of clouds as per altitude and the features of clouds. Okay, first we will see the high clouds. Now, just I told you three types of clouds are there: high clouds, medium clouds, and low clouds are there. Okay, first we will see high clouds. Okay, now here you can see high clouds, their altitude is near about 7,000 meter to 14,000 meter. What type of clouds we can see there? The cirrus, then cirrostratus, and then cirrocumulus. Cirrus, the cloud is there. Okay, you can see the cirrus clouds. Its feature is wispy is there. Then cirrostratus, like a bed sheet, have halo, and cumulus like group of small waves. Now here the figure is given also there. You can see the types of clouds are in the textbook is there. Okay, now you can see there. Now second type is the medium clouds are there, altitude near about 2000 meter to 7000 meters. Two types of clouds you can see there: alto stratus and alto cumulus. Altostratus, you can see the thin sun can be seen through them as if seen through a milky glass. मिल्की ग्लास जैसे दिखते हैं, बराबर लगते हैं. And the second is altocumulus have layers and waves like structure, white in color and have gray shades. Their features are also given here. Huh? Then third one, the low clouds are there. Their altitude is less than 2000 meter is there. Just a very low level, low altitude is there. Strato, cumulus have layers and round clusters, white to earthy colors are there. Stratus clouds have layers and uniform base, gray in color. Then nimbostratus have thick layer, grayish in color, cause continuous rainfall and even snowfall. Now the rainy season is going on. You can watch, you can observe the types of clouds in the sky. Okay. Now the third one is there, fourth one is there, the altitude between 500 meter to 6000 meter from the surface of the earth is there. Okay. The cumulus clouds are there. The vertical expanse, huge and dome shaped, gray in color, indicators of pleasant atmosphere, turns into cumulonimbus clouds and are responsible for precipitation. Then cumulonimbus clouds are there. It indicates the thunderstorm. In rainy season, you can see these types of clouds are there. Dark in color, dense and look like mountains, have a well-like shape at the top, accompanied by thunder and lightning. Especially you know it very well in the rainy season. You can see all these types of uh, clouds are there. Okay, indicators the thunderstorm and dark in color. Okay, and accompanied by the thunders and lightning, responsible for precipitation, and hailstones have larger raindrops. Through these clouds we can see the hailstones are there. Hailstones, you know it very well, the gara, we can say in Marathi, gara, and have a larger raindrops are there. Okay, this is the types of uh, clouds are there, and the features of the clouds you have seen in these lessons are there, in this lesson is there. Okay, got it. Now whatever the question and answers below the lesson is there, just you have to complete in the homework book. Got it.